Hello, Rita here. Welcome to New Nail Tech Success, where I help you get started as a nail technician. How you guys doing, my YouTube homies? Hopefully you're doing as good as I am on this beautiful sunny day here in Ohio. Yes, it's almost 60 degrees here, so I'm pumped about that. Means that winter's almost over. But anyway, was originally supposed to do this video on Valentine's Day, but the camera was acting all kind of crazy, so didn't get it up. But it's still February, and plus it's still a topic I wanted to do anyway, so here I am. This video is for the person who perhaps has been thinking, really strongly about becoming a professional nail technician. This is not for the hobbyist. You know that this for the hobbyist. Like, if you know that you just want to always just do this for family and friends, that's fine and dandy. But for those that have been thinking heavily about, I might want to go into this career, go into nails as a career, this video is for you. These are the 9 things that really made my decision to go ahead and pursue being a nail tech. And I really do love the fact that I did make that decision. I'm still glad to be a nail tech, even though I'm not really practicing at this point. I still love being in the industry. So here we go, without further ado. I'm going to be looking down at my notes so that I can make sure that I get all the information to you so that you can get full insight, so that you can possibly make your decision. Okay, so number 1, it's a creative field. So if you are tired of working in a field that is mundane and very boring, and you feel and you've always been creative and you want to do something that's more expressive, then being a nail tech, of course, is great for that, because you know about the nail art. It's always something being introduced that's new in the nail field, and it's really a great way to express yourself creatively and to help others express themselves creatively through nails. And that's just great. It's always changing. It's always something just new, just exciting. And definitely you'll be able to fulfill your, if not all of your creative pursuits, a large part of your creative desires being a nail tech. Whether you work on yourself, get that part of it out, on your do yourself, with all the crazy designs or whatever, or do others. Either way, it's a great creative field for those who, really have been into it. And perhaps, like me, coming from an art background, I went to college for art, didn't have a clue what I was going to do with it. And so this fulfills, that longing to try to make a career out of art instead of having to go further with it. Whether it's to go into commercial art or this, that, and the other. I didn't want to do that. So this fits that need for me to at least assure myself that my degree was not in vain. But anyway, it's a creative field. Wanted to get into it, and if you want to do something that's in the creative aspect, then this is definitely going to fit the bill. Number 2, this was very big for me. Make my own schedule. Okay, a lot of these jobs are not conducive to family. They're not conducive to you taking any time off. And the thing about it is, even if they give you sick days, personal days, and vacation days, it's like pulling teeth at a lot of these companies to be able to use the time that you've earned and that you've been given. One job I had, you could call off if you were sick, but if you said, my child is sick and I need to call off, they had a problem with that. Your sick days, they said, were for you, not for your children. How crazy is that? Real crazy. Needless to say, I didn't stick with that job long because I had a young son at the time, and plus I was just bored with the industry anyway. It was insurance, doing insurance customer service. And yeah, bad. So being a nail tech, you can make your own schedule. You can work when you want to work, how long you want to work. You know what I'm saying? You decide when you want to work. Some people, I know in the cosmetology field, period, young lady, she works that I know works 1 day a week. She has a day job and she works 1 day a week, and that works for her. This is what you can do. You can make being a nail tech fit into your lifestyle, into your schedule. You have kids that are involved in sports or any type of thing that you want to be off for, you don't have to get approval for anyone. You can just go. That's great. Now, of course, you don't want to be taking off every time, taking off too much to where your clients can't depend on you. But for those special occasions, and you can basically tell your clients that you're going to be off and reschedule them and make it convenient for them, no problem. Very, very flexible. Now, I am talking about if you are a booth renter, meaning you're an independent contractor where you would basically rent space. I'm not talking about if you're an employee maybe an employee of a nail salon or a hair salon. You're an employee, so then you fall under the times that they want you to be there. But I'm speaking like if you decide to be a booth renter, your schedule is yours. Okay, number 3, unlimited money potential. Now, this right here falls into basically you decide how much you want to make, how much based on how much you want to work. You decide that. I know some techs who basically you are appointment only. They have a set amount of money that they want to get from nails, so they have a set amount of people that they take. Their books are closed. They're not taking any new clients because they've built themselves up to that level. But when you're just starting off, you may have to grind more, do more clients to get the type of money that you want. But yeah, it's totally at your disposal. Like I mentioned the example before, the young lady who works 1 day a week, her main job, her day job takes care of her bills, and doing hair and nails, hair, she's a cosmetologist, is for any extra money that she wants. So you decide. But the money is definitely there. You're not going to be living paycheck to paycheck where you're making a set dollar amount that every 2 weeks on an hourly wage. No. Definitely better financially once you get yourself established. Okay, number 4, you be your own boss. This was very important to me. I realized that I'm a leader, and I don't like taking orders as far as the projects that I work on and the things that I do. I like being in control of that. And so this allows me to be my own boss. I call the shots. I decide, and you'll be able to decide too. If you're going to just do acrylic, you're just going to do gel, you're not going to do pedicures, you are only going to do pedicures, whatever. You call the shots because you're the boss and that's your business. Again, I'm talking about if you are an independent contractor and you're renting space. Not as an employee, because as an employee, you got to do what the boss says and the way they want it done. So yeah. Number 5, it's a fun, fast-paced atmosphere. I have ADHD tendencies, and the thing that working customer service, especially at the insurance company, where I basically answer the phone, people being mad, about claims not being paid and what have you. It was the same call pretty much. Different people calling, same issue. Why didn't you pay this? Why didn't you pay it? Day in, day out. The time just dragged, guys. I mean dragged. But when I'm in the shop, time just flies. You barely got time to eat. You barely have time to sit down and just relax. When it's really popping like that. But of course you make the time. But I'm just saying, you look up and before you know it, the day is done. I like that. I like being on my toes and that type of energy, and that's just for me. I like it. But that's good. Number 6, you meet different kinds of people. You meet people from different backgrounds as far as your coworkers. A lot of people are becoming nail techs as second careers from different walks of life that can share experiences with you. It's just, I like that. I like meeting different people learning their background and learning from their experiences and just sharing. As well as you get that with your clients. You have people from all different walks of life. And one thing I will say customer service did help me do was to help me be able to deal with diverse people. People from that may be different from me, different backgrounds, different cultures, just different. And I do appreciate that. But yeah, so it's always different things that you're doing every day, different people you may meet. Not like at the call center. You know, I saw my same coworkers day in and day out, and they were looking like me. You know, we were walking dead zombies, basically, because we hated being there, a lot of us. And so it was just a drab, depressing place in tans and grays. I never understood that. You know, you would think that at a call center and places like that, where it could be very monotonous, that they would have it more lively, but it was gray and tan. So that just added to the misery. But anyway, it's a very sociable career, which I like. Okay, number 7, you can let your personality show. You know, you're not gonna get crazy looks if you have tattoos. You know, if you decide you want to wear your hair purple, green, or whatever, because it's a creative atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be about trendiness, and clients look to that type of thing to get information to beautify themselves, and you're like a walking billboard. So that's okay. As long as you're professional and professionally dressed and clean and neat, you can do it. Nose ring, head wraps, when you're an employee, no, you have to follow that dress code, period. So yeah, you can let your personality show being a nail tech. And let's see, number 8, great career options as a nail tech. You don't just have to do nails. I mean, you can teach, you can be an educator for one of these companies. You can do nails on a cruise ship, I thought about that seriously. And I might go back to that in my later years. You know what I'm saying? You can be a teacher at school. I said, you can actually make a career of it on YouTube. A lot of these girls are, There's so many things that so many ways you can take this being a nail tech once you're licensed that I probably can't even conceive of, but I'm sure somebody is doing it. You can make your own brand. You can go on the back end part of it, the science part of it, and create products. I mean, it's just so much, you can do. You just have to research it and further and see what appeals to you, what calls out to you. Yeah, I might even look into becoming an educator for a brand. Maybe me a secret. I don't know. I like their product. So we'll see. And number 9, the last one. You can take this being a nail tech anywhere. It's location independent. A lot of careers, are better in certain states and certain parts of the country. Better job opportunities there. But as a nail tech, you can take this anywhere because you are the business. Okay? And I was just looking on one of these job boards, and I mean, it's so many job openings for nail techs. I mean, we are in demand. I mean, that surprised me too. I knew that the growth was going to, I looked it up on the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and it did say the nail techs was going to grow faster than average. But when I actually go on these job sites, wow, check it out for yourself. So that's very promising, So guys, those are my 9 reasons why I love being a nail tech, why I became a nail tech, and why I feel that it's really a great career for someone that really and truly is looking for something in a creative field. Yeah. And it's just so moldable. I love the fact that it's moldable, that you can fit it to your lifestyle. So, yeah. If you've been teetering, one thing I will say, and this works for me, and I think this works for a lot of people. If something is still in your heart or it's just lingering in your mind and you can't let it go, that's something you need to pursue. That's something you need to pursue. It's something in that, because otherwise it wouldn't be pulling at your heartstrings like it is. That's why I haven't let go of being a nail tech. I mean, I've been hit with obstacles after obstacles, but I still have the desire. It's still inside. And as the desire is still inside, and as long as the desire is still there, I have to see. I have to follow the yellow brick road. There I go with my favorite movie. I have to follow the yellow brick road to see, what pot of gold awaits. All right, guys. Hope this has been helpful. Hope this has been helpful. And until next time, take care. Like, comment, and subscribe, and become part of the family. All right. Goodbye.